like an aunt coming in for spirit. She tells me that she had a hand in her own passing. I don't know if it's via drugs or similar, but I feel as if I'm somebody's auntie who's 54 and has a hand in her own passing. Who says here? Who's what's your name? Gary? That's a big deep voice, that Gary. Is your auntie in spirit? What age is she?
54, 55.
54. She's on lots of drugs before she passes to spirit. Okay. Sometimes I can't tell the difference between street drugs and drugs we get out of the chemist, right? But I just know that she tells me she comes in that she was misdiagnosed. Would you understand that? Is that a yes?
Yeah.
Speak at that mic, Gary.
Yeah.
I know you're not used to holding something that size, but just like hold it near in your mouth. I'm sure you're used to that. Anyway, as your auntie comes in, she says I was misdiagnosed. She says I was absolutely raging. She says I thought I'd another 30, 40 years in front of me. She says, and I just felt a wee bit unwell for a long time, but I didn't know what was wrong with me. Would you understand that?
Yeah.
She says, and I don't know if it was cancer and then it spread, you know, because I feel as if it's right up the throat and right in my lymph nodes. And she says that she took care of you growing up.
Yeah.
She says you were a bit of a toe rag, but no, she's good to see that you've calmed down a wee bit. But she loved you unconditionally. Would you understand that, Gary? And anyway, she says, I was really, really sick and you made me laugh. I says, are you sure? It doesn't look as if you can make anybody laugh. Apart from when he takes his clothes off, his wife questions herself laughing. But anyway, so she just says, you always make me laugh and you always make my day and you always cheered me up. And so she's a good auntie to you, is what I think. Do you have a wee boy? You may have a wee boy. You may have a wee boy going forward. I know that's a bit of a shock because you don't look as if you've got it in you right now. But anyway, she brings that in. So maybe a wee boy is something that you'll have going forwards into the next year. Alright? So they show that. Anyway, Gary, your gran is also in spirit. You understand that? Because she comes in, your auntie comes in. Now, do you have a mammy in spirit as well?
Yeah.
3 of them are coming together, right? As your mum comes in, she says, I had a sore heart. You understand that, Gary? She just says, my heart gave up. My heart gave up. Does that make sense? She's jumped out my skin to hug you right now, pal. And she's like that. She says, I always walk beside you. And she's like, don't you take the piss out of my boy. He's the best boy in the world. So Mammy's always love us unconditionally. She says you're a good nature. According to her Mammy, nobody's ever good enough. I don't know if you were with somebody else previously to this girl here.
It's not with the girl.
Oh, that's good then. Because, thank fuck, because I was about to dig myself in. Sorry, just because you're sitting a bit close. A bit kind of fucking touchy feeling. Anyway.
Try to support him.
I'm only kidding. Your mum just says nobody's ever good enough for you. You know, that's what she says, and that's how I didn't want to say that if that was your missus sitting there. Or your partner sitting to the other side or whatever. I wasn't sure. Anyway, so they bring all that in from me, alright? But she just says that I just feel you're really good as a person, alright? And she just says, oh, I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for me. Do you understand, Gary? She says, you've done things that boys shouldn't always do. It's like, go to the chemist, get me this, get me that, make sure I'm alright. And she says you shit yourself when she was passing on, but she says, I'll always be with you. She's like, I was too afraid to let you go. She says, I stayed here longer than what I should, you know. She says, I hung on for a lot longer, just to make sure you were alright, you know. And so, I think your mum will help you through heaven on the other side, in ways that you don't understand, you know. So as we go forward, she says as you go forward into your 40s, I'm like, surely it's these fucking 40s now. No. As we go forward. What? Oh, it's 39, I'm kidding. So anyway, she says, as you get into your 40s, you'll be really happy and she'll always be around you. Now, did you get a grave made for her?
Yeah.
And she just says that she loves the flowers and butterflies. I'm liking the flowers and the butterflies. And she says you're generous to a fault. And so she just says she would have given you everything as well. Alright? So I don't know where this wee boy's coming in, but you may have a wee boy to take care of going forward. Alright? But your mum's always champion in the corner, Gary. And please take mum's love, pal. Alrighty? Thank you.